Waiting for is here. Turn the microphone over to Mr. Bill Long as he's going to give the driver the command to get us on the way. Billy?
It was 5 minutes, about a half hour ago.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
50, the longest event of the season. Looks as though Burt Marvin going pit side with the 07, folks. We're not quite sure what that's going to do to the first alternate. Ladies and gentlemen, 24 open wheel monsters about to take the green flag. The drivers tighten the belts. They check the gauges, but this time they're going to have to hold on as the yellow flag is back out on the speedway. They're either looking for the first alternate, which is Scott Spaulding, or waiting for young Burt Marvin to come back out with the 07. He ducked into the pit area on that last parade lap. It looks as though we're going to hold for at least one additional lap, waiting for one or the other to make an appearance out on the speedway. Clinch green flag due out next time by. That will be quite an experience for the young man. He's come a long way in one short season. He may get a lot of experience here tonight. We're going racing in the Napa XL Eklund sponsored Showdown 200. The field works through turns 1 and 2. Donnie Fowler driving car number 26, the early race leader, jumping from the inside of that front row. Mark Lajeunesse following right in behind with the 33 car. Big question is, will the tires last? Who will have to pit for fuel? Who will run into other mechanical problems that may require attention throughout the evening? We're going to have to wait and see who is aggressive, who is going to sit back and wait and let the race come to them. A long way to go, and Teddy Christopher starting way back in the back with car number 54 has his work cut out for him. He's got a lot of time, but he's got to stay on that lead lap. Richie Gallup, one of the invaders, on hand tonight with the Dick Cirillo, home number 31, running back in the back with Teddy Christopher. Gallup is very aggressive, knows how to accomplish the task. Let's see if he sits back and waits or looks to climb to the front of the field. Bob Bonner, Jerry Pearl, along with a number of hot shoes running right in the middle of the pack. Most appear for at least the time being to sit back and wait. Biding their time, let the race come to them, if you will. Donnie Fowler continues as your leader. Again, we apologize for the malfunction of the scoreboard, but unfortunately, Mother Nature saw fit to wreak havoc, but we have caution out on the speedway. It appears to be the 20 into turn 1. Scott Poirier taking advantage of that inside line to battle with Mark Lajeunesse for the runner-up honors. Harry Rice running back in the 4th spot. just kind of biding his time, waiting for something to happen up front. It's kind of early in this 150-lap race to be too aggressive. It's basically conserve the equipment, try to stay up front with the leaders, and just wait your time to make your move. Vermaven in trouble with the 07. He lost the tire earlier. Mark Riccaro's on the infield with the 58 car. He jumped on the binders. They fire him off that fourth turn, and we're back on the green. Once again, Donnie Fowler wasting no time. Jumps out front. Scott Poirier, Mark Lajeunesse, Ronnie Rocco, and Harry Rice follow in that order. We are back on the green again. As Chris Jones running the 6th spot, Jerry Pearl and David Gada sparking, heading up into turn number 1, but everybody settles down as they go through the turns. The main idea is to be there when the checkered flag falls. That's the lap that counts. Everyone in between is important, but the final one is that utmost important one that pays all the money, the points, everything that goes along with it. On lap number 16. Nice pace at the present time as the field settles down quite nicely. Using up just about half of the racetrack. All the drivers still have a good shot. I would almost have to venture everybody remains on the lead lap at this point. Even the drivers that have visited the pit area earlier. Could have the Nerf bar rubbing on the right rear tire as he's given the passing flag. That could be a problem and force him into the pit area a little bit premature as he now rides down on the apron, making room for the leaders to move on by. A very fast field of race cars on hand tonight, as you can see. Field stays tightly bunched. We're some 20 laps into this feature event. 20 down, 130 to go. The Napa XL Eklund Showdown 200 underway. The initial green. But as you can see, the open wheel monsters continue to apply the pressure, running nose to tail almost throughout the entire field. 25 laps shown as complete. The drivers being notified as 25 laps down this time by. Unfortunately, the scoreboard malfunctioning, making it a bit difficult for the drivers to keep track of what lap they are on, so they are trying to notify them from the flag stand. One-sixth of the way through this. Donnie Fowler continues as your leader. Scott Poirier looking to take over command with the X6 car. Mark Lajeunesse running in that 3rd spot, just biding his time in the proverbial rocking chair, not being pressured, so he's not in a hurry to make a move. Serving the equipment, that's part of the game here in this 150-lap feature event. fast pace being set here in the early going. A whole lot quicker than we had anticipated. And Donnie Fowler doing a fine job staying out front. Of Burt Marvin, the 45 of Marshall White, and the 58 of Recaro. But they're still well within the lead lap. Some of the drivers just may be biding their time for a caution break to get into the pit area to make the necessary repairs. It's all part of the strategy working in a 150 lap feature event. Checking on one of the cars out there, whether it's dropping fluid or something, we're not quite sure, but they are very interested once the pack works on by. It appears to be somebody in and around the 54 of Christopher or the 31X of Gallo. We're not quite sure which one. We haven't been privileged via the radio to this point to see who it is, but it can't be very serious. We've checked it a number of times, but there doesn't seem to be any particular problem at this particular point. Marvin goes around with car number 07 in turn 2. Let's see if he can't get it back under power and back out on the racetrack before we do bring out the caution. But the caution is coming out on the speedway. Two of the 07 cars spinning up in turn number 2. And they'll be down to complete lap number 39. Fowler once again maintaining control out front with car number 26. Godfrey and Mark Lajeunesse run second and third. Rice is up the fourth. It appears to be Dennis Gator in fifth, David Gator in sixth. Black flag going out to the number 9 of Chris Jones. Speedway and should have waited at the pit gate, but unfortunately he'll be sent to the infield. We'll be going back to green flag action to see if Donnie Fowler can pick up where he left off. Last time around was scored as lap 50, although the drivers will now be told this is lap 50 simply because they couldn't throw the green flag and show the number at the same time. Problems on the front stretch. Ricky Young and Ricky Gallup come together. Marshall White is involved. Teddy Christopher. The 07 of Burt Marvin. The 31 of Babalaka, all involved. And we're going to ask all the boys and girls to step back away from the fence to allow everyone to see what's going on, as well as for their own safety, and allowing out a real quick pace off that fourth turn. Donnie Fowler down on the inside. We've got Dennis Gator, Harry Rice, David Gator, Mark Lajeunesse still running up front. Bob Potter is there. Pete Pavone off the speedway with the 02. Black flag going out to the 54 of Teddy Christopher, we believe. Smoke coming from a competitor, a couple of cars in front of Christopher as well. And Christopher, we can see the moisture coming off of his car. It also looks like Recaro's car now smoking on the right rear. Caution flag being brought out. Christopher getting the black flag. Green is quickly back out. Smoke coming off the right rear of one of the cars. It appears to be Mark Riccaro's 58. Looks as though they're going to give him the black flag this time by. Actually for his own good, as one of the Nerf bars is rubbing on his right rear tire, and it's just a matter of time before that tire explodes. If he gets lucky enough to catch a caution, he may be all set. Otherwise, he's going to get caught just a bit short in the infield area. Looks as though Teddy Christopher again getting the black flag with the 54 car. We're not quite sure whether he's dumping once again or not. We do see what appears to be some type of liquid coming out the back end of the 54 car. That appears to be the problem automobile at the present time. Working his way through traffic nicely as Teddy Christopher following along. Meanwhile, back up front, Dennis Gada, car number 36, took over command as we were watching what was happening with Teddy Christopher in the 54. Looks as though we have some debris up in turn 4 as the field comes rumbling off. John Babalaka took an excursion in turn 4. We do see a lot of rocks and a lot of debris. David Gada. Dennis is out front. This time Harry Rice gets to the inside of David Gada. A lot of close racing going on through the turns. Side-by-side action continues down the back straightaway. Donnie Fowler not far off the pace as it looks as though Ronnie Rocco, car number 13, is slowing dramatically. Tough break for Rocco. He was looking for some of that Napa bonus money. Not to be tonight. Harry Rice would like to turn his season around with a win here tonight. But first, he's got to get by the 36 of Dennis Gada. Dennis dominated the extra distance events a few years ago. He likes the longer races, saves the race car, and is there at the finish. But right now, we've got almost half of this race completed. The halfway marker coming out this time by. 75 down, 75 to go. Dennis Gada, Harry Rice, David Gada, Jerry Pearl, Donnie Fowler, and Bob Potter in that order. That's how they're out on the speedway. Then it's Dale Holdridge, Ricky Gallup, Scott Poirier, Mark Lajeunesse, Teddy Christopher, and Jimmy Broderick in that second group. They continue to run nose to tail. A very competitive field on hand tonight. Running extremely tight. Dennis Gada and Harry Rice begin to walk away from the rest of the field. Rice making a bid for the lead, comes up a bit short. Lap number 80 about to become history. Put together a good performance tonight. If it wasn't for bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. settle down. Front pack opening up quite an advantage over the remainder of the field. Off the speedway in turn 4, comes back on. He stays down on the inside. There doesn't appear to be any debris, and we stay on the green. Nice piece of driving by the veteran. Pace continues to be set. 86 laps shown as complete. Quickly closing in on that 100 lap mark, passing flag going out to some of the back markers. Dennis Gada and Harry Rice continue to battle up front. They appear to be the fastest two cars out on the speedway, although David Gada, Jerry Pearl, Donnie Fowle, and Bob Potter are not far off. Richie Gallup now trying to catch up with that front pack. He's got 4 cars in a contest directly on his back bumper. Looks as though Randy Sayers heads to the infield with car number 29X. Continues to run up front. And Jerry Pearl stand to close in on our point leader with a good finish here tonight. Both drivers running up front, and with the point leader a lap down, he's got his work cut out for him and not a whole lot of time to get it accomplished. Dennis Gada off the pace in turn 2. We've got a brand new leader, Harry Rice. Motors on by to take over command. Rice basically the 3rd leader of this particular event. Donnie Fowle led the first portion. Dennis Gada led for quite some time. Now Harry Rice is taking over. Rice right away looking to open up a little bit of breathing room. David Gada waiting in the wings. Dennis Gada runs 3rd. Pearl is 4th. Then it's Donnie Fowle and Bob Potter in that order. That's the way they've been running for quite some time, or some facsimile thereof. Going on to some of the slower cars. We continue to click off laps. Next time around, we'll hit the 100 lap mark, folks. 100 down, 50 to go as they cross the stripe. Harry Rice being told he's only 50 laps away from victory. Is out on the speedway. We've got a car over in turn number 2. Accelerating through the ball turn. Once again, it's Rice on top. This time it's Jerry Pearl. He gets the better of David Gada in the inside move. Comes out in the number 2 spot. Donnie Fowle looking to fight his way back up with the 26 car as he battles with David Gada for the 3rd spot. Gada able to regain the position position, drops Fowler back to 4th. Potter runs 5th. Then it looks to be Jimmy Broderick running in the number 6 position. Jerry Pearl appears to be pulling out all the stops, heading to the front. Currently in the number 2 spot. And we have a brand new leader, Donnie Fowler, in trouble in turn 4. He stopped short. A host of cars stop in behind, but no contact appears to have been made. Dale Holdridge, Richie Gallup, Donnie Fowler, and it appears to be the 7 of Ricky Knapp inbound. Keep in mind, Teddy Christopher could get back on the lead lap by passing the remainder of the front runners. He just got by Bob Potter. The car is definitely fast. The race is definitely coming to him. Dennis Gator and Bob Potter coming together momentarily. As you can see, Teddy Christopher trying to claw his way to the front. He wants to get back on the lead lap. Jimmy Broderick directly in front of Teddy Christopher's number 54. Then he's got David Gator and Harry Rice in that order. Christopher is definitely one of the faster cars out on the speedway. Uh-oh, problems here on the front stretch once again. Dennis Gator and Bob Potter coming together. Sparks flew. Both jumped on the binders and both able to continue. Jimmy Broderick proving to be a tough task, as Christopher got a little wobbly up in turn 2, losing some valuable real estate. Dennis Gator appears to be slowing rather dramatically. It's quite possible he's got a tire going down. Meanwhile, Teddy Christopher once again crawls up on the back bumper of Jimmy Broderick. Your leader, David Gator, runs 2nd. Jimmy Broderick, then Jerry Pearl and Bob Potter. That's the top 5. Teddy Christopher once again is a lap down. He's trying to get back on the lead lap with car number 54, but he's got to pass everybody in front of him and then go all the way around. Teddy Christopher definitely on the move. He's on the outside of Jimmy Broderick on the backstretch. That's one of the hottest spots out on the speedway. Unfortunately, Christopher working the equipment hard, trying to get back up front. And while he and Jimmy Broderick were fighting for the spot, Harry Rice and David Gator just about walked away from the field. I'm sure Jimmy Broderick thought that Teddy Christopher was fighting for the position. But Christopher, as we mentioned, is a lap down. .122, that's the lap being counted at the present time. We are definitely on the move towards that magic mark, as we've got problems in turn number 2. Dennis Gator in the 36, and it appears to be the 02 of Pete Pavone. Pavone on the backstretch had a good race going. Harry Rice quickly back out. David Gator in hot pursuit, and here comes Teddy Christopher. He's a factor again, folks. He's a lap down, but he's trying his darndest to get back on the lead lap. Quickly, he looks to the outside. He knows how to go around the high side. Looks as though David Gator may have blocked the way. Laps for history. It's a 25 lap dash. Less than the regular distance of a regular Saturday night. Teddy Christopher's going to have to hurry. Time increasing brilliantly or quickly running out. Laps are ticking away just about at a pace where Christopher would have to pass these two cars and stay pedal to the metal all the way around to get back up with the pack. Never mind get back to the front. Every lap becomes increasingly more important. Unofficially, we'd have to say Bob Potter is in the 4th spot. Problems in turn 1 and 2. Looks to be the X6 of Scott Boria. He jumped out of line. Recovers nicely, brings it back down, and stays on the throttle. If anybody's been saving anything, they're going to have to pull out all the stops here pretty soon. As now time becomes increasingly more important with laps running out. Looks as though we've got a car smoking in turn number 4, the 7. Ricky Knapp limping around the speedway. They're trying to get him off the racetrack and into the infield. Turns it left. Let's see if he can get out of harm's way as he continues to roll. He's at a slow pace, but the tires continue to turn, and that's what counts. Let's hope he can roll far enough into the infield so we can continue on the green. Well, it is going to bring out yet another caution flag. He may have caught a break on this restart as he gets by David Gada. Question is, can he get by Harry Rice? Only 17 laps remaining. Teddy Christopher, fresh off a win last night out at the Stafford Speedway. Looking for victory lane. Harry Rice, your leader, holding off Teddy Christopher, trying to keep him 1 lap down. Christopher, on the other hand, pulling out the stops. He'd like to get back on the lead lap. He gets lucky enough to catch another caution. That would bring him all the way around. Harry Rice, Richie Gallup up to second. Where did he come from? Gallup came from absolutely nowhere. Looks as though he may have a shot at the lead before this one's over. Teddy Christopher's going to get the passing flag. He's holding up Richie Gallup. Now he tells Gallup to motor on by. Sorry about that. Pulls right in front of David Gada. Gallup is up to second, whether or not he can mount a challenge for the lead. As once again, Teddy Christopher being told to push over. And Donnie Fowler takes an excursion through the infield. Looks as though the 26 car is about to bring out Richie Gallup's on the outside. David Gada waits in the wings. Green is out and we're back underway. Harry Rice down on the inside, stays tucked down low. Richie Gallup fires it up on the outside. The 31X trying to hang alongside. Let's see if Rice can turn it as they come down across the stripe. It's Harry Rice by a half a car length, but here comes Richie Gallup. Gallup is on the move. Rice once again has the better of it down the backstretch. Rice putting on one of his best shows of the season. It's about time this team puts it all together. They've been trying awful hard. This could be his night. A lot of bonus money on the line. Let's see if it can't go down to the checker from here. I'm sure Harry Rice is hoping the green flag stays out. Gallup runs second. Whether or not he's got enough to pull to the outside one more time remains to be seen. A precious few laps remain. Time running out. 5 to go. Will be posted this time by 145 laps. laps complete. Just 5 laps to go, and Harry Rice in the rub and go. Excavating United Auto Parts. Cardio Masonry number 5 is out front.
Tail through the turns out of turn number 4. Harry Rice continues to lead Richie Gallup into turn number 1. Teddy Christopher 1 lap down as Rice goes around. Your leader goes around over turn number 1. A tough break for Harry Rice. Caution back out on the speedway as this race takes on a brand new complexion.
Green flag is back out. A little bobble in the back of the pack, a few cars out of line. And Richie Gallup comes charging up through. Bob Potter mounting a challenge real quick, like he's not wasting any time. He's right on the back bumper. The white flag is waving.
Gada continues to lead Bob Potter in the 1, and it's a side-by-side battle between Jerry Pearl in the 43 and the 36 of Dennis Gada. Gada coming out on top for 3rd, then C43 of Jerry Pearl. Checkered flag out this time by as David Gada picks up the win in this evening's Showdown 200 for the open wheel modified divisions. We've got trouble over at turn number 1 after the checker flag fell, but picking up the win in the Napa Eklund XL sponsored 150 for the open wheel modified division. It's a 1990 track champion for the open wheel modified division. That's David Gada from Niantic driving car number 27.
Number 27 finds his way into victory lane. Currently running 2nd in points. He's got 2 feature wins this year. The 1990 champion once again returns to victory lane. Well, the crew is down here to congratulate the winning driver. He's still inside the race car. 150 laps is a long way to go, folks. And this young man worked hard for the feature win. Don't forget, he's got a $400 bonus coming from the folks at Napa. Eklund and XL as the winner picks up the bonus. 2nd place picks up a $200 bonus, and the 3rd place finisher will pick up a $100 bonus. Once again, all coming from the folks at Napa, along with XL and Eklund. So again, thanks to these folks for their participation. We're going to get David out here momentarily. They've got a few more photos being taken. As you can see, the crew continues to grow. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of tonight's Showdown main event, the 1990 champion, climbs atop the roof of his race car.
It's all right.
Well, David Gada, your 3rd win of the season. You sat back. You weren't a factor early going, but it seemed in later stages that car was right there just waiting for the right moment, and the right moment came along for you.
Yeah, again, I got one kind of given to me, but you got to be there to take them. So I just want to thank all the guys on the crew, Tony's Well Drilling, Ace Security, Finney's Pizza, all my sponsors. Couldn't have done it without them.
It seems like the Gada family waits for the longer events to take off the checkered flag. Is that part of the strategy? You sit back and wait till it all comes to you?
Well, the long ones are where the money is, so that's the ones you want to win.
I just want to tell you, there's a $400 bonus coming from the folks at Napa. I'm sure that's going to help a little bit too.
Oh yeah, money's always great. I got a shoestring budget and it helps out.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of tonight's Napa Excellent XL sponsored Showdown 200 picks up his win. David, again, the folks are down here to celebrate. We're going to let you go down, get a few more photos here in victory lane.